All right. Welcome back to the Brown Balls podcast. Neil, how you doing, brother?
Feeling good, bro. Feeling good. My legs show are doing perfectly fine right now. So in a good
Heck
mood.
yeah, one game losing streak. There we go.
Here we go. Here we go, man.
All right, well, let's start it there. Let's start NBA first. So obviously, I'm just joking. 9 game winning streak by the Lakers, absolutely amazing. Looks like Luka is on the MVP trail. I think he's an early favorite already. What are your thoughts, man? I mean, they look pretty good. The defense is definitely amped up. I think LeBron has finally taken to the third, wheel. I think he's letting Austin Reeves and Luka do, which is what I think you and I both agree that should be the winning formula, right? That's what would win.
Exactly.
But I just want to see. For me, my only thing is when it gets tough, and that's what happened was when LeBron came back, right? You were on the podcast, you're saying, "Oh, look at us, we're LeBron's back, we're 5-1, we're gonna rock it." And we go on this crazy losing streak, and everything's falling apart. So when the tough gets going, I want to make sure that this continues. So far, I'm not gonna take it away. 9-1 last 10 games, amazing.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, man?
Let's break it down, man. Our last podcast was on a Tuesday where they beat Houston on a Monday, and then they were gonna play Houston again on Wednesday the next day, and then a back-to-back against Miami, where everyone said that it was going to be a schedule loss because the Houston game was going to start at 8 p.m. Central time, and then the game would end like around 10:30. By the time they got on a flight, it would be like closer to midnight, and 1 o'clock. By the time they landed in Miami, it would be like 3 or 4. Get to the hotel around like 4 or 5, and so the game would be the next day early again. And so everyone thought that people will like rest, like Luka, LeBron, Austin Reeves. They didn't. Luka dropped 60, man. The last player to ever do that was Luka. The last player to do that was Kobe Bryant, Black Mamba. Last game, And remember, I always told you, man, if there's a guy that can, never thought Bam would do it, but if there was a guy who can just get on a heater and like break that record, Luka, because Luka is unbelievable. And
he's
then
got the firepower,
he did. And then they beat, Orlando. I told you it was a good pickup, man. Luke Kennard, we need a sniper. We got a sniper finally. Last time we had a sniper was Danny Green, and Caldwell Pope back in 2020, and
whoa, hang on. No. After that, we had your boy, Mr. Gabe Vincent. You were like, oh, he's a champion.
I mean,
he's gonna do amazing things for us.
He was supposed to, right?
Three-point shooter.
In Miami, he did, right? And
I'm just saying, don't forget Gabe Vincent. That was your boy too.
He wasn't a sniper. He wasn't going to be a good 3-point shooter for us.
Oh no.
No. I said sniper, like a guy who can actually shoot a 3, right? And Tappis, when we acquired him, I remember like you were not too high. You were just like, let's see how he does, But I said that this guy, is a 3-point shooter. I mean, and against
Luke
Orlando,
Kennard, I was happy about.
Luke Kennard. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not happy.
Yeah, exactly. And so we got him, and he had a game winner against Orlando, which was great.
Crazy.
And then obviously we could have won yesterday's game, but I just felt I don't know why we lost that game, but I think ref had to do with a lot. I mean, there's a lot of fouls did not get called. Overall, man, so far in this road trip, the 6-game road trip, we're 4-1. And which is unbelievable. I never thought we'd be 4-1. And I told you a few weeks ago that, that LeBron, was okay to be that third option. We even said it, be that third best player, third usage rate. Let Luka do Luka, Austin get Austin, and then let you get yourself. Honestly, what has clicked, to be honest with you? One thing about LeBron that kind of puts him like far and above than other great ones. He's a very smart player and knowing what the team needs, because he's not. See, the thing is this: he's not looking at it right now, right? He's not looking at it from today's standpoint. He kind of figured that with his age and the level of the product that he's delivering, he knows that he cannot be that first or second option, because the thing is this: any team he goes to next year, right? If he does come back with the Lakers, or if he goes to Cavs, he's not going to be your first or second option, because on that team you have James Harden, you have Mitchell, you have Evan Mobley. LeBron's not going to be your first or second for sure on that team, He'd be lucky if he's a third option, And then again, like Golden State, right? If he goes to that team, he has a chance to be maybe a second option, but that's Steph Curry's team. You already know that.
Yeah.
So LeBron's very calculated in what he does. Throughout his career, he's a very intelligent person in a way where what he does, how he does, and everything that applies to LeBron James, delivering that product and making sure that he gets the money that he deserves and the contract. That's why he's like now kind of showcasing his, his availability as a third option to like not just the Lakers, but the whole entire NBA. He's playing for a next contract, right? He's a free agent. And LeBron knows that if he's going to be stubborn like Allen Iverson was, remember when he got traded to Detroit? He wanted to be that first option, but he's not. He was aged, Like after he got traded from Denver, going to Detroit wasn't a great move for him, And same thing going to Memphis. Remember he went to Memphis at one point. Allen Iverson, he came off the bench. He wasn't accepting that role, right? And then there's a couple other examples of players that who didn't play well towards the end of their career because they didn't accept that role, right? And so I think LeBron's very smart, man. And so he's right now he's showcasing to everybody in NBA that, hey, look, I can be a team player. I can be your third option. I can be your fourth option if you need me to, I think he's smart. And and by him doing that right now, I just feel that he just increased his value this summer for a lot of teams, right? That would need him. And that's going to benefit the Lakers this year because I'll be honest with you, man. I know our bet is squash and everything, but hey, look, they're looking good. They're third place. And if Lakers do play this type of defense, right, and with LeBron being a third option, like I said, I'm still not saying they'll come out of the West, but again, given with the matchup, OKC, being injured all year long besides Shai, because Williams just came back, he's been on and off. Number 2 is Wemby, San Antonio with inexperience. You never know. The last player to beat, Shai Alexander was Luka effing Doncic in Dallas. Right, and that's the only player that has beaten OKC in a 7-game series. So I don't know what's gonna happen in the playoffs. And again, Tappers, I do quote you. Last year we were third place and we got beat like crazy by Minnesota, 4-1. So again, I want to see how we're doing in the first round, man. Because if we do good right now and we lose again in the first round, nothing matters. To be honest with you. Right, so I'm not getting my hopes high. I want to see how we do in the playoffs. Who we're gonna face, but I do like the fact that they're holding on to that third spot and they could get the home court advantage and see who we face. But what is your take? That's my breakdown of what LeBron's accepting right now, and I don't know if you agree or disagree with what I think he's trying to do.
I don't agree at all.
You don't agree at all? He's playing for his next contract.
What is the difference in the last 10 games? If he was so smart and calculated, than last year in the playoffs, because he obviously was also he was the third best player. We had Austin Reeves, we had Luka. Why couldn't he do that before?
I mean, sometimes
why couldn't he do it before this 10-game winning streak? Why couldn't he understand?
Stubborn, man. You're LeBron James, so right?
How is he smart if he's waiting for the last 20 games of the season to turn it on, quote unquote? To get his next contract, so if you're Cleveland, you're looking at it like, oh, cool, LeBron, you're cool playing third fiddle, okay. So does that mean you're gonna take a third fiddle sort of contract? No, he's gonna want all his money. But so if you're Cleveland, would you pay him $40 million a year to be third best player?
Well, the thing is this, right? LeBron probably. I mean, there's a rumor that came out early this week that LeBron will be lucky to get a $25 million contract, right?
Okay. Yeah,
and so
I agree.
He's playing. That's what I'm trying to say. He's playing for that, right? Tapas.
He's not playing for $25 million contract, dude. You know LeBron is not playing for a $25 million contract.
You know for a fact he's not gonna get a max deal anywhere, bro.
That's what he wants.
Unless he goes to, Washington Wizards.
Yeah.
Who has money?
But that's exactly, and you're right, you're 100% right. That's what he wants. LeBron, if he really cared about not making money, he would have taken less money this year, knowing the roster that we have, knowing we have Luka Doncic, knowing we have Austin.
He was not going to forgive that. He's not going to forgo that $50 million this year. You know that. He knows he's not going to get that ever again, dude. That's done, and But
now he's gonna demand it from somebody else now. So if I'm any other team, I'm gonna be like, dude, I can give you 25. That's fine. I'm not going above that. He's not worth that. Again,
if you're the Lakers, okay, sorry. If you're the Lakers, if he does command, I don't know, 15 to 20 million, would you take him back?
Heck no. He doesn't fit our team.
I get it, but it's still LeBron James,
does not
right?
Fit.
Third, fourth.
We're better. I know, but what are you going to sell Luka Doncic? Luka Doncic is gonna, let's say we get knocked in the first round again. You're gonna bring back the same exact team? No, he's not even happy about that.
No.
Then you're almost guaranteeing Luka's gonna walk when his contract is up.
Yeah.
So I would just say, no matter what happens, hell, we win a championship. LeBron, thank you so much. You got us 2, and you be on your way now. Thank you so much, obviously, right?
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, I don't know where the genius of LeBron comes in off of a 10 game or 9 game winning streak when he should have been doing this the entire time, especially when we were going through that crazy losing streak when he after he came back. He should have known then this is not working. I got to figure out how to back up. And because Austin Reeves and Luca were balling without him, they were 15 and like 1 or 2 or whatever it
Yeah.
was without him.
Yeah.
We were blazing in the we were second in the West and all that kind of stuff. And then he comes back and all of a sudden we're where we were now. So my only thing is I'm obviously it was very fun to watch 9 game winning streak, and then I think they've improved a lot. Lakers have improved a lot, but this is the same exact thing. I was reading a quote from somebody that's like, Nick Wright is all about like, oh yeah, the Lakers are all the way back, and they're gonna be there. They should be championship contenders, and it's like every single year Lakers go on this crazy run towards the end of the playoffs, and all the Lakers fans are like, oh my god, look at us, we're unstoppable, we're gonna win the championship, and then we get bounced in the first and second round.
Yeah.
So I'm holding my breath.
Yeah.
Right. Right now we would face the Rockets, which I think is a much favorable matchup for us, because it would be 3-6. Yeah, we would face the Rockets.
Yeah.
And I think that in itself will be almost a guarantee. I think we can beat them. But if Minnesota ends up falling down, because the Rockets are only 0.5 game, half a game back from Minnesota. If Minnesota falls down, I don't like our chances in Minnesota, honestly. After seeing what Ant did to us last year, I don't like our chances, dude.
No.
The kid can go off, and when he's motivated, he's very motivated to knock
yeah.
out. And he loves the Lakers because he loves to knock us out. So
yeah.
that's my only thing. The Nuggets have climbed all the way back to fourth spot.
Yeah.
Right? I think the last time we spoke, they were actually sixth. Now they're fourth.
Yeah.
So let's just see how we do in the playoffs. And I think that's what I want to wait and see if LeBron has made that shift. Because everyone right now, they're all LeBron's amazing. Yes, when we're winning, everyone talks when we're up. When we start losing is when we start, and because even you remember earlier this season, right? When we started losing is when all those reports came out that what's his name? Ron's agent said, they should
Rich
get rid
Paul.
of Rich Paul should said get rid of Austin Reeves.
Yeah.
LeBron's not going to be here anymore. Like all this kind of stuff started happening when we were going on losing streaks. I'm just saying,
I get it. No, I get it, man. That's why I said again. In the end, I said that I want to see what happens in the playoffs because we've seen the show, man, where they played well and then in the first round they get bounced.
Everything looks great right now, and I
want to see how JJ Redick does in the playoffs, not in the season.
Yeah,
you know? And
last year was a disaster for him, right?
Yeah,
how does he do it, right? I mean, we lost to a Pistons team without Cade Cunningham, and we lost at 3 points, but like we lost to a very short-handed team.
Oh yeah,
and I mean, and I think we didn't have Marcus Smart, right? He was out.
Yeah.
So I guess our defensive guy was out too. So
and that guy Jenkins went off with 30 points career high, and with
I know you never know, right?
Yeah, and so
yeah, it's a good win nonetheless. Though. I don't want to take it away from it.
Piggyback on the Lakers, what's your take about these rumors about still floating around that that Lakers will go after Giannis? I don't like it. I mean, Giannis is a great player. Don't get me wrong. I just don't like Giannis teaming up with Luka. I just don't see that working. We saw the experiment with Damian Lillard. Both people want the ball, man, and so
they command the ball. It's kind of like how with LeBron and Luka. So LeBron likes to have the ball. LeBron's been more willing to give the ball up now to Luka, which is great. But I don't think Giannis in his time would want to do that. I think that's a bad fit.
Yeah,
I don't think that's good.
I just feel that the money that we're gonna have, I think closer to 60 or 80 million that we're gonna have. I just still like the fact that what Dallas did around Luka. Just fill that roster, man. Get players get that 3-and-D like Peyton Watson. I'm high on Peyton Watson, man. I know I don't know if you've seen his game a lot, but like Denver did a great job in bringing him up and like developing that young player, and he's really really good, man. He's lanky, 3-and-D. Dude, I would love him in the lineup along with like a center we bring in somehow, some way. That'd be great, man.
No, I know. I mean, or you can hold your breath and hopefully Nuggets continue. If they don't win again, maybe Jokic wants out. Like something like that happens, and we get. I think Jokic and Luka work really well together.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I still do think that Luka, especially with how the Celtics are kind of loaded for a little bit, and then OKC will still be good, and then Wemby being Wemby, like he's gonna continue to get better. Even though San Antonio is not going through him right now, when they do start using him as the primary option, I think that they'd be a scarier team. So I think Lakers need another superstar with Luka. I agree with you. I don't think Giannis is the answer, but
Yeah.
somebody else has to be there. I don't know. Maybe Jokic.
Can I tell you one person that you're gonna laugh at? But there is a possibility with the cap space we have, we should use Dodgers approach, right? Whenever Dodgers like someone, they'll front load the contract, give him the money, and give him a shorter deal. Right? Like,
Right.
ready to laugh?
Oh God, here we go.
We need a big man, right? Who can actually
Yeah.
play power forward.
Wemby?
Huh? No, power forward who can shoot the ball. You know, hates playing center. We'll give you some hints here. Who hates playing center, bitching about being center. He's a good player. He's a good shooter. He plays defense, but he just can't stay on the court. You know, they call him the street coach.
Davis?
AD, man, he's a free agent.
Get AD back.
Imagine
Not his boy LeBron.
no, but imagine in a world where AD, he's a free agent, by the way, and imagine a world that give him the money, like, but just sign. I mean, if he can stay healthy, right? That's the thing, right? But like,
Yeah.
but I mean, he's a good
Would you
player.
take a gamble on AD? Let's say
I would.
What would AD's contract be? 50 million?
Yeah.
Would you take a gamble on that?
I'll do it for only a short-term deal, though, man. Like 1+1,
2 year.
1+1, and give him $100 million contract.
So I don't know, man. Again,
because you gotta understand, AD never had his season-ending injuries. He had like injuries where he was just out for a long time. Like, we never had like an ACL or Achilles or anything like that. It was more like ankle sprain or oblique sprain or oblique like something. I don't know.
He's missed more games in the knick-knack injuries he had than the actual person that's gotten an Achilles.
Imagine what would Dallas do, man? If we were able.
Dallas would Dallas has already moved on from AD. I think they're also just gonna let him walk anyways.
I know he's in Wizards now.
My only thing about getting him is as Lakers fan, right? We saw what the organization did to Kobe's prime, right? They ruined it, tried to get all these weird people and Luol Dangs of the world and all those kind of people, and just kind of ruined his prime. Yeah. I don't want that for Luka. Like, I don't want us to make the same mistake and try to get AD. Is he healthy? When he's healthy, he's good. Let's just get a good player who can show up for us. Now, obviously, injuries are a part of the game, but when you have a player who's always prone to injuries, like AD or like Kawhi, let's just not pay them. They're a liability, especially for the money they command. If AD wants to come here for $15 million, all right, hey, it's like if you want to take a DeAndre Ayton kind of contract, by all means, Lakers sign away. But you give him $100 million, and our second highest cap. I mean, our second highest roster, whatever earnings, whatever it is. No, thank you.
It's a good segue. It's a good segue that you brought up Kawhi Leonard. I mean, I don't know if you heard the rumors about Kawhi.
No, I haven't. I watched ESPN. They never report this stuff. What happened?
Well, like someone, I forgot who said it. Highly like an NBA writer had an Instagram thing, and he said that that he's hearing in the front office that NBA front office that Clippers might get the death penalty, right? And obviously, one of the scenarios in that death penalty would be avoiding Kawhi's contract, right? And Kawhi Leonard could be a free agent in that case. Again, Kawhi showed past 2 years that he can stay healthy, right? Because he played last year and he played this year as well. And would you, as a Laker fan, I mean, Kawhi is a freaking excellent shooter, dude. Like, he's still tearing it up, when healthy, right? Would you take a gamble on a Kawhi Leonard? And how would this will be the biggest slap to Steve Ballmer's face if Lakers win a championship with Kawhi Leonard, where he was trying to do that in Clipperland.
I know. It depends on, again, like AD, how much we're giving him, right? Like, if we're gonna give him $15 million, what he makes right now with the Clippers, I don't like that. Like, because then you kind of just
half of that. How about half of that?
25, yeah, for sure. I'll do it as long as he's not making more than Reeves and Luka.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'll be honest with you, dude. There's not that many teams with salary cap space besides which. The only contender I know, I mean, I haven't checked out the cap space. The only contender I know that has cap space is the Lakers.
Yeah,
everyone is effed in cap space. Like Minnesota is stuck with Reed and Gobert and Anthony Edwards. Same thing with Golden State. They're stuck with Jimmy Butler and Steph Curry. If you look at Phoenix Suns, they might have some wiggle room. San Antonio Spurs, I don't think they want to mess with it yet because the thing is they're going to have Castle become Vassell, Castle, they're gonna become free agents, so they're gonna sign them.
Yeah, exactly.
Wemby's gonna command crazy ass money. Had to trade Michael Porter just so they can get a little below the second apron. They're screwed salary cap. I'm just going down the top teams, like Houston is kind of stuck. They got Şengün and Durant, and then they got Van Fleet with crazy money going on. Yeah. I'm telling you, the only contender out there that I feel that has cap space and you can basically win a championship with, if you're a star like Kawhi or Anthony Davis, is taking a you're not gonna make what you made in the past, but dude, if Anthony Edwards costs Anthony Davis costs if we could get him for $25 million, I'll take a chance on that any day. Yeah. You kidding me? I'll take a chance.
Yeah, with that amount of money, I would take that chance with him too.
Because you can't get a decent center besides paying him 30-40 million, right? If you look at it, right? And so if you get Anthony Davis, I'm just guessing out there, he's a free agent,
Right.
And so Kawhi Leonard could potentially be a free agent, right? And if Kawhi doesn't want to,
with the Clippers, let's say they do void it, and then can they just sign him back?
They can't sign him back.
If they void a contract, they can't sign him again.
No, NBA
make a new deal.
No.
Oh, so they would be forced to waive him or essentially void the contract and then get rid of him, release him.
So what the rumors I've heard is that the money will stay on the payroll in the salary cap.
He just can't play for the Clippers.
So it's gonna be dead money cap basically, right? It's still gonna count as your cap space, right? But he's not gonna be on your team though.
They're used to that by now already, anyways.
Yeah. Exactly. But that would suck though, right? He's making like $50 million. That'll stay on your cap space, so you can't do any movements, right? And then he'll become a free agent, and then anybody can sign him, right? Besides Clippers, right?
What percent chance do you imagine this whole scenario with Kawhi actually happening? Because I see like a 10% chance that this actually happens.
Honestly, man, this will go down on Adam Silver's resume, what he did in the NBA.
Yeah.
What he does with Kawhi Leonard and Clippers. He's going to be known for this. Either he's going to come down with a hard sanction, or he's going to give a slap on the wrist like how everyone thinks. Take few draft picks away and call it a day and pretend it never happened. Look, if I'm just more... I get it. The owners it's like a fraternity, where they all it's like a club and they all love each other and shit. But in the end, man, it's kind of like owning a franchise. If you this is just like a an example. We both own Buffalo Wild Wings. You own it in a different area and I own a different area, but I do some type of shady business where I'm able to get more customers, right? I'm able to sell beers for $1, but still pay less for that beer that I'm buying from the corporate, and you're paying for the same price, but you can't lower your price.
Right.
I'm basically making more money, right? So even though we're good friends, we're in that chain, we see each other. You'll be pissed, right? Dude, what the hell? It's not fair. So I'm just thinking it's kind of like what Mark Cuban did with the Lakers. When when Lakers were about to get Dwight Howard and Chris Paul, he vetoed everything, right? He got pissed. Hell no, I'm not letting that happen, right? So I'm just surprised that a lot of owners are not hell bent over that, about what Steve Ballmer did. Because if that's the case, shit, dude, we can, sign 80 for $1 million and give him 50 million in the side if we can. We could give LeBron $2 million and give him the 40 million that he wants on the side, right? Would you want LeBron for $2 million?
Yeah, of course.
As a Laker, I would want LeBron for $2 million, right? I would want 80 for $1 million, dude, and then maybe make the roster like that. What would the owners think if Lakers did that? Think about it.
No, I know the other owners would also want some kind of action. My only thing is,
no, they don't, man. Because the thing is they don't. I don't feel they do. I'll be honest with you. Because if they did, there'll be a resolution already by now, right? If they did, right?
Yeah. Well, the issue is that besides Mark Walter, the new owner for the Lakers, that is the richest owner in sports, right? What's his name? The Clippers owner.
Ballmer. Yeah, Ballmer is still the richest.
Ballmer. Right. So because he is the most the highest paid, whatever, and the most wealthy, they also can't mess it up for him. They can't mess up his legacy. It's building a stadium. Normally they would take money out of the NBA, or they take money from the community to build it. He did it by himself, right? So all the stuff that he's done, I think he's more protected by the commissioner than any other owner, right? As much as they would want to, they'd be it's like Jerry Jones. Roger Goodell cannot go after Jerry Jones. If he
Yeah.
does, his life is over. It's the same thing here,
Yeah.
So like, I just feel like that's the reason why he's so untouchable, because he is the most like most wealthy owner in sports, whatever it was. So that's my only thing, is like, that's why I don't foresee anything happening to the Clippers that way. Maybe the whole draft pick thing I get, but not voiding Kawhi's contract. I think that would be crazy.
I don't know, man. It sucks, Like, I mean, like,
And yeah,
there's
and then
so much
I
out
also
there.
do feel like Adam Silver has something to do with it, right? Not like necessarily being involved directly with it, but he probably authorized something that allowed him to do this, and maybe Bomber can use that against him as well. Who the hell knows? Because that's why Adam Silver was also kind of like, first he's like, oh, I don't know about it, and then like, oh yeah, that's right, I do know about that. Like, there was a whole weird thing that happened when it
Yeah,
first came
that
out.
was super weird. Like acting like he
Yeah,
didn't know, and
exactly. So
like all of a sudden
so
he
then,
did.
like, I think there's something like that also involved too. But yeah, well, other let's see. Right now, as far as the NBA standings go, we have the Pistons still on top. They're saying that Cade Cunningham, I know he had a collapsed lung. They're expecting him to be back by earliest as the end of the season, or like beginning the playoffs, right? Something like that, right?
Did you hear the statement by the NBA PA player
No.
union? They issued a few statements today. One was regarding the 65 game rule about Cade Cunningham,
Yeah.
and then the other one was, I forgot which one was the other one. But going into Cade Cunningham, which I completely agree with what they said. Just to kind of paraphrase what they said, is that they got to do something with the 65 game rule. We understand, like they understand, like where it's coming from, right? Because it stops teams from tanking. But then
Mhm.
at the same time, or not tanking, sorry, making players play and not have them miss games. But they said that if there's a serious injury, right, like this,
Mhm.
you shouldn't penalize a player for that, which is true. Like collapsed
Right.
lung is no gimme. Like any
Right.
doctors can come and confirm that's collapsed lungs, right?
Yeah.
If for example, like like Shai Alexander had like I don't forgot what injury he had. It was serious too, and so he sat out for a while. I mean that's serious injury, but like yeah, if you're sitting just like for rest, then yeah, you should count towards it. But not for this time, because like now if you look at it, Kate Cunningham was basically playing majority of the season, and unfortunately like a freak injury like that happened during a play where he got hit by on the side of his ribs, and like he had a collapsed lung, and so obviously he's not able to come back right now, and he's probably gonna miss that 65 game rule, because right now, I mean, Detroit was number one. He was the favorite to win the MVP, and now he's not, because he's not gonna make that 65 game rule. So what's your take on that, man?
Yeah, I agree with you. Like, it's hard to enforce it as well, because they started for the right reasons, right? Like you said, to prevent the whole tanking thing, and now it's like you're gonna miss out on the MVP voting and also All Pro. So like, I think they said it's the first time that LeBron's not gonna be eligible in his 21-year career. Giannis not eligible. Steph Curry, even Wembanyama and Jokic are not. I think they're close to being not eligible as well for the All Pro, which like those are like three of the best players in the game, right?
Right.
So I think because of that, like, there should be some sort of leniency. I still like the rule because I don't like the tanking. I know they're being more creative on tanking now. Instead of just having players sit out, they have them start the game and then sit the rest of the game, all that kind of stuff. But like, there should be something, but there should be some kind of nuance around like a very serious injury like this and someone losing their,
That doesn't count
because
towards
MK
it.
Cunningham
Yeah.
should have been the MVP, right? I think he was number one for a very
Oh
long time
yeah.
as far
Oh
as
yeah.
odds on favor. Now it's between Shy and
And Wemby and
Luca.
Luca. Wemby and
Yeah,
Luca, yeah, all them.
yeah. So like, I think there should be some nuance. So they'll have to find a way, because I think the rules still stand. I think it's a good thing, but there's got to be some kind of other working around. Like, maybe we do have an exception for an actual injury like this versus a DNP, a coach's decision. Those players are still not eligible, but
Yeah.
then these players are. I don't know, something like that.
Something. No, I get
Yeah,
it.
because I mean,
And
yeah. What are you
the
saying?
other thing they issued was the Giannis sitting out. They issued a
Oh, yeah,
statement
yeah.
stating that understand that teams are tanking and trying to get a better draft pick and everything. All NBA All Star player like Giannis wants to play, and the team is refusing him to come back and play. which is not right. In this case, if you're Giannis, like what are you bitching about, man? You had a chance to be moved, you know?
Yeah. He declined the trade.
Yeah, the team is protecting themselves. I mean, in the end, they're trying to get a better draft pick, you know? So
yeah, that's a good take. Yeah, I didn't think about it that way. You're right. I think Giannis, he could have been moved, and because he wants to go somewhere specifically, or he want to give them, like
he
I
doesn't play
agree
bad
with you
guy.
that
He doesn't play bad
Milwaukee
guy.
is. Yeah, Milwaukee's trying to protect. Like, hey, we can't. You had a calf injury. We're not going to put you back out there. You get Achilles tear, and then now we can't move you, or we
At
can't
all.
move off of you. Like,
At all.
what the hell do you do?
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
I get that.
And did you hear the owner? They have 3 owners, right? They changed his so crazy, man. So they have this 3 ownership. 3 people or 2 people? 3, I think. I forgot what it is. But they change every 5 years, becoming a principal owner. So they're all owners. They're all equal share. But every 5 years, they each have like principal, leadership.
Ownership
Meaning that
of it.
like they will be, the leaders of that time frame, right? And so I guess the current owner who has authority to make moves and stuff like that, or wants to make that kind of decision, which they all gonna agree upon, right? But he came out with a very bold like quote over the weekend or early like end of the week last week, saying that we're gonna offer Giannis a contract extension. If he does not sign that, it's gonna be the same amount that he becomes a free agent, same amount, right? If he doesn't take it, if he doesn't sign it, we will trade him. An owner coming out saying that. That's crazy. I never heard that. Right.
That's ballsy.
He's like, if he doesn't take it, meaning like, okay, so earliest that Giannis can sign an extension is in October, right? So what I think they're gonna do is that they're gonna see in the summer if they can come to some type of mutual agreement where he can't go back on his word, meaning like he intends to sign, and when October comes, he'll sign it. But like, I'm guessing in the summer, if they don't come to an agreement, they'll probably just trade his ass, which is
in the summer. They're not gonna wait till the trade deadline.
They can't really wait till October because what are you gonna get in October, man? That's like season starting in October, right? I think the best deal they'll get is during the summer, right? And like I said, Milwaukee was smart to wait up on summer, man. Like they were so smart and not trading him during the deadline, man, because again, I think it was Brian Windhorst who said it, which is smart. He's like, it's smart for Milwaukee to wait for the summer instead of trading him in February, is because the teams who are no in February are yes. For example, New York Knicks.
Yeah, they'll be more desperate, especially if they don't win or they don't go far in the playoffs. They'll be more desperate for it.
Exactly, So yeah, man.
I mean, although I do think Warriors gave them a fair, a fair package, but I can see maybe there's a saying, no, we can probably do a little bit better. We don't want to get like Luka Doncic, Anthony Davis over here. That's that kind of situation happening.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. Interesting. Well, let's see again. Giannis is going to be very interesting. I really do hope that Lakers don't go after him too hard. Obviously,
I hope not
either.
Look, don't get me wrong. If we get Giannis,
we weren't his destination anyways.
Exactly. Don't get me wrong. If we do get Giannis, it will improve our team. It'll help our team. But I don't know how Giannis and Luka will coexist. So I don't know. We'll see.
All right. And so we have Celtics number 2, Knicks number 3 in the East, Cavs and Toronto and Hawks are 6 now after that crazy winning streak they had. And then in the West we have OKC, Spurs, Lakers, Nuggets, and Rockets.
Can we just move on from East, man? It's gonna be Boston and Cavs in the conference final, man.
Boston Cavs, you think? You can give Detroit any chance
after this James Harden, bro?
Yeah, Cleveland looked amazing. They look really good today against
They look complete, bro. They look complete. Yeah. And
everyone knows their role. Donovan Mitchell can take over, do his thing. James Harden is a good facilitator. Like they all kind of just get it,
I'm so high on Cavs, bro. I feel they'll probably, I don't want to say it, man, but they can win the whole thing. Like that's how high.
The Knicks went on a 7 winning streak, man. They went from their 5th or 6th spot to number 3 now in the East. They pull the Lakers,
dude. Just like the Lakers, bro. I want to see what Knicks do in the playoffs.
I think they got pretty far last year.
I think Knicks, no, they didn't get far.
They beat Celtics, and then
they didn't get far enough. They're supposed to be in the conference finals.
Yeah, I guess no one expected freaking Pacers to go all the way to the finals. But
did they make the conference final last year? They didn't, right? Who was in conference final last year? It was Pacers.
Who faced the Pacers in the final? It wasn't the Knicks.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, maybe it wasn't Knicks. Yeah, sorry. Okay, wait, was it the Knicks? Yeah, it wasn't Knicks. Sorry, my apology. They're supposed to beat the Pacers. They're the heavy favorite. Knicks were. Sorry, but again, Knicks. I think Knicks missed the boat last year, man. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
This year, Eastern Conference is tougher and harder. And again, I don't know how far they'll go, man. To be honest with you.
Yeah. So odds favorites for championship.
Mhm.
Number 1 is OKC.
Right.
Number 2 is the Celtics.
Good.
Number 3 is Spurs. Then Nuggets. Then Cavaliers. Knicks, Pistons, and then Lakers. Do you agree or disagree? Who should be higher? Who should be
I
lower?
disagree. Cavs being number 5, dude. Damn.
Yeah.
Honestly, man, I don't know why people are not high on Cavs, dude. I'm telling you,
I would switch to Spurs and the Cavs. I think Spurs' lack of experience will kind of show itself.
I think
Maybe not in
Denver.
the first round, but second round, it probably will. But yeah, and then the Cavs, like you said, I think they're much more complete.
I'll move down Denver.
I still like the Celtics overall, though. I think Celtics are our best team.
I moved Denver. I'll move Denver down a little.
You just a Denver hater, man.
I'll put Lakers above them.
Of course, you just a Denver hater. All right, what else we got?
All right, before we move on from NBA, who's the only team with 3 20-point plus scores currently?
Currently in today?
Right now. Yeah, right now.
Only 3 20-point average players. I'm guessing Lakers is one, right? Luka, LeBron.
It's only one team, bro.
right?
There's only one team.
I think there's 3.
No, sorry. I meant
Just
to
one
say
team.
One team, yeah. Sorry, one team. I meant to say. It's the Lakers. You got it, dude.
All that offense and all that, none of that defense.
That's true.
That's where we get in trouble.
Quick question. If we move on, okay, before we move on from NBA, if Lakers do make the finals, I know our bet is squash.
Yeah.
But you gotta give me my flowers, little though.
No.
Why?
You quit on them too. Don't give me that. I convinced you to quit on them. That's still gonna be on you. Why would I give you flowers?
Damn, Tapas.
You should have kept the bet.
I can still probably take the bet back on, right?
Nah, I'm not gonna offer it now.
Nah. You're scared now,
You had a perfect chance.
I guess you got scared a little because Lakers are playing well. You know, there is a chance they can make the finals in the West, right?
I mean, hey, they were losing. You jumped off the boat, right? I'm not the one that told you to jump off the boat. You did.
Damn, Tapas. See how it is, man.
But I mean, come on. You know we're not gonna make the finals, or we're not gonna come out the West. You know, there's a bunch of.
We got Luka effing Doncic, bro. That's all I gotta say.
I agree. And you know when you mentioned that the Luka beat OKC going into the finals that year, right? Mavericks. Guess who had a better defensive team? The Mavericks did.
Oh, they're a better defense.
Mm-hmm. They had a better defensive team than OKC.
Oh shit! Okay,
so
I know that.
You surround Luka with a good defensive team, then he does Luka magic.
Dude.
If you give him a bunch of offensive players, he'll still do Luka magic, but then everyone's gonna then the fact that he can't play defense is gonna be much more significant.
I get it.
All right, what else we got?
MLB baby, eve of MLB.
Oh yeah, tomorrow opening day, right?
Now wait. Well, there's only one game tomorrow, but opening day. I mean, for a lot of teams will happen on Thursday and Friday. But damn, man,
it's already starting, dude. Already starting.
Oh, happy. It's funny.
You excited? You ready?
I'm so back to back.
When's the last time someone's done that
in baseball?
In MLB? Yeah,
Yankees. I think were the last.
Yankees.
I think Yankees were
a 3-peat.
I think Yankees did 3-peat. Maybe they didn't do 3-peat. I don't. I know Yankees were the last team to do back to back, but I don't think they did 3-peat.
Speaking of Yankees, they are the opening team tomorrow against Giants.
Yep. Yeah, it was New York Yankees. Sorry, 98 to 2000.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah.
So yeah, they were the last team. But yeah, man, I'm excited again. It's funny. My wife said it yesterday. She's like, "It's gonna be boring to watch baseball this year." Why? I'm excited for Dodgers. She's like, "We all know Dodgers are gonna take it." I'm like,
catching on.
I'm like, baby, look. If you don't remember, Blue Jays had 2 chances to win one, and out of those 2 chances, they had a guy on a second and third base with no outs in Game 6. They couldn't even score there, so they could have scored there. Fast forward, there were 2 outs away from winning the World Series in the 9th inning.
Yep.
We sent that game to extra inning. They still had a chance to win in the extra inning. Do you know how many chances they had to win that World Series? They
they had a lot of chances.
They couldn't just complete. They couldn't just get that. So again, I had to give her my Canelo knowledge that baseball is a different type of sport.
Yeah.
Like how I told Tapas, baseball is just such a unique sport that it doesn't take one player to win the championship. You need everything. You need hitting is one aspect. I told her. You need starting pitching is another second aspect. And the third one is you need a good reliever and closer. If you don't
Yep.
have that going forward, if you don't have 3 intangibles, you can't win a World Series. Like you need everything clicking at the right time. You need proper hitting and scoring. You need starting pitchers, pitching well, not giving up a lot of home runs, and then you need relievers to come in and the closers to come in to shut the door. And so anyone can win. I'm telling you, man. And the odds are out. Obviously, Dodgers are heavy favorite, man. But I mean, let's make some bold prediction, my man. Bold prediction.
All right. World Series or we're done?
World Series, bro. Okay, actually, no. Let's take our time on this. Who's gonna win the pennant? National League and American League pennant. Who's gonna come out? If you had to do bold prediction.
Of course, Dodgers NL, right?
If you don't want to pick Dodgers, I'm saying
No. I mean, I honestly think the Dodgers have the best team, especially in the NL. I don't see a single other team.
Okay.
Maybe the Phillies, maybe. But besides that, I don't see a team, at least not in that can compete.
Okay.
Like the OKC Thunder at this point.
Okay.
In American League, I don't know, man. I mean, did the Blue Jays do any kind of moves? Did they make any difference?
They got a starting pitcher. They had a starting pitcher for sure.
I feel like Blue Jays or the Yankees.
Okay. So my bold prediction to come out of the American League is Seattle Mariners.
Mariners.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess they did give the Blue Jays a hard time in the playoffs.
They did. And my other prediction I have is Atlanta Braves.
Braves #1
coming out. Yeah. They're gonna make a comeback, man. With MVP Acuna gonna be coming through, man. I'm telling you. But watch out for Atlanta Braves, man. Phillies, they lost one of their top 3 pitchers to Boston. So
yeah, but they still got a pretty good.
Yeah, they're getting they're getting their starting ace back because he had a blood clot, so he was out for the year. But but obviously I do still think Dodgers will come out. But I mean, if one team that's gonna be surprising, I wouldn't be shocked if Atlanta. Again, Philly's gonna be there too. But yeah, man,
that would be a huge swing for Atlanta. They were minus 10 games down away from 500 last year, so that would be a huge swing.
Yeah, but again, I do think Yankees and Seattle will be there. But Yankees, they're finally getting Garrett Cole back after Tommy John, so that's good for them.
Yeah,
but yeah, man, I'm excited. Again, nothing is easy in MLB. It's a long season, 162 games, and so anyone can win this. That's what I like about baseball.
Yeah, I mean, Dodgers weren't even #1 team last year either.
No. So we had to. People don't realize we had to play in a wild card game.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, man,
we didn't have home field weather.
It's gonna be
crazy,
great, man. I'm excited, man. I'm excited.
Yeah, I can't wait, dude. I can't wait. I mean, I'm gonna watch tomorrow for sure. Just because we're back.
Of course,
but it's hard to watch all 168 games of or how many games it is.
100%. Yeah, dude.
All right. Let's get to some quick NFL news. We have JSN signing a massive contract, $168.6 million 4 year, putting him as a top paid wide receiver in the league. Deserved or not? Top receiver. Would you consider him a top receiver in the league?
He just reset the market. They were going to pay him, so he just reset the market for wide receivers.
And like Justin Jefferson, dog, get a shitload.
Honestly, I think Rams have missed a boat on this, to be honest with you. Before he signed that deal, they could have just gave Puka an extension. They didn't. But again, Puka, man, I don't know if you heard that TMZ report that came out today about.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that. He's turning into what's his name? Antonio Brown, man.
Antonio Brown, man.
He's ruining his career. Dude. Last year he made those comments. Now he's anti-Semitic and biting people. What's on, dude?
I mean, honestly, as much as I love, what Puka does and what he does, if Rams are smart, man, his value is still high. I'll trade him.
You would?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Like straight up for another receiver, or would you trade him for like picks and try to get like AJ Brown over?
I mean, obviously, I would love to do a receiver, right? But I don't think Minnesota will be giving up JJJ. I don't think, maybe Bengals might give up Jamar Chase. Who knows?
Nah. But, you can't break up Jamar Chase and Burrow.
Yeah, but I know. So, I mean, I'm just saying, you got to understand, there are right receivers out there that can not really replace his production or what he does on the field because he's a very athletic receiver. But you can somehow get 2 receivers to kind of do what he did. Like for example, they can go get AJ Brown and Stephon Diggs, who's a free agent in the market, right?
Yeah.
and kind of
two solid veteran receivers, like that can
that what Puka brought as one. You can split that
right.
up, and still have Devontae Adams and go forward, right?
Yeah.
And so I don't know, man. He's being a head case. Like I said, man, I don't want to blame him, but he's the not the he's the reason that started that downfall last year. I still remember it was 2 days before Seattle's
Oh
game on
yeah.
Thursday Night Football. He brought in streamers he wanted to bring him in the locker room. Sean McVay's like, "What the
Right.
hell you're doing? Get the heck out of here!" He was like, he's the one who the streamers were like, "Oh, do this type of symbol line and shit." Like, what the hell are you
Right.
doing,
The
dude?
white supremacist thing.
And we lost that game, a close game. He had a great game though, but again, we lost that game, and then everything just kind of spiraled, right? Like refs hated it. Even after after losing that game, he put a tweet out there, thanks to the ref, like come on, man, like so it's like he brought attention that we did not need, so I don't know.
He also made some comments after the Seattle loss too.
Exactly. So
and now this fighting, yeah. Like Puka is one of one. Like, watching him play, you're just like, damn. Like, I don't think a lot of receivers can run after catching the ball like how Puka can. Puka is unstoppable when he catches the ball, and he gets most of his yards after the catch. Which,
right.
A lot of receivers are very flashy. Like
Yeah.
Triple J will get it, but he'll catch it, and then he may not get too many yards after. But Puka he'll make the catch, but he'll also get a lot of yak.
Yeah.
But there's signs already happening that he's going to be an issue, right? And how much can you tolerate, especially when you have, Matthew Stafford coming out from MVP season, right? Like you're on a roll. You just upgraded your defense and your offense. You got all these things in play. Now you're going to let another player, your best receiver, be your biggest issue and your head case. He's putting a huge target on his back. Like I remember, after the whole streamer thing, the entire Reddit was killing him for all that because, obviously, like, it's a very, like, politics aside, it's a very controversial thing to do, what he did. That's just the thing. I mean, I feel like Rams have to evaluate, like, can they sit down with him and be like, dude, get your stuff together. You have the chance to be the face wide receiver of the league. Do you want to mess it up like Antonio Brown? Or do you want to excel like Triple J or like, Randy Moss of the world? Because he could be that kind of player someday. He could be like a Calvin Johnson kind of player in that stratosphere. But he's ruining his career by doing all these stupid things.
I get it. 100% agree with you, man.
I mean, dude, you have Matthew Stafford of all people, man. It can't get easier than that.
The only good thing is that he's doing these antics before the contract.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, so the Rams are not stuck with his ass. Yeah.
Like if we could, I'll tell you right now, if we win a Super Bowl next year, I'll trade his ass.
Yeah.
Don't pay him. Out of here, man.
Right? Because Matthew Stafford will probably retire after you guys win, right?
Yeah,
and so there's no need for him either.
Yeah,
so mine was just
trade him.
Clean slate. All right, we're starting you again.
Yeah, and not pay him, and so we're not worried about him. So,
but nonetheless, congrats to JSN. Amazing. I think well deserved. Honestly, I thought after seeing how he played last year, was he a triple crown winner or he almost was, right?
Almost, but now
almost, right?
Yeah.
And so, obviously, phenomenal season. So well deserved.
He was the offensive player of the year, though. He won offensive player of the year.
Yes, right.
He won that.
So I think obviously great. But now we're going to see where other receivers start getting the money. Dude.
I think winning the Super Bowl definitely helped him get this contract because obviously he's not flashy like JJJ or Jamar Chase. He's not flashy. Right. He's a route runner, right? Which is great. So, which is good, man. But go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah.
No, I was going to say something else. Well, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was going to say, looking at his contract, would you have, if you were Seattle, would you have taken the $12 million that you could have given him and given it to Kenneth Walker to keep him from going to the Chiefs? Because like you say, he reset the market. So even at $150 million, let's say, for example, would have been still an insane contract for receiver.
I would have.
Right?
If Seattle was smart, they could have kept Kenneth Walker, man.
Yeah, especially the MVP. Like, dude, you could have done something.
I'm surprised they let him go. Surprising. I just don't know, to be honest with you, why they did that.
Yeah.
It's not like he commanded that much money either, so.
Yeah. Exactly. Running backs don't require that much money.
Exactly, man. You got a short deal too. I think it was a 2-year deal or something. So. But yeah, man. But
Right.
nah, what I wanted to say is I saw some of the highlights of 3-on-3 or not 3-on-3, sorry, flag football over the weekend by
Oh, that Tom
by
Brady thing.
Fanatics, right? Fanatics.
Fanatics, yeah.
And dude, Tom Brady looks good.
Yeah. That pass is insane, dude.
He looks good.
He still got that, like that instinct to get the hell out of the way and like zip it. Man, that was sick.
And also, before we end it off, I do want to say, man, I learned so much from that guy. He was on Jimmy Fallon. I think
you should in the clip, yeah.
Simple as shit, man. Simple as shit. He says, like when you throw the ball, make sure it's not a U, it's a C.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's crazy. And like when he said, and another thing he said was, when you throw the ball, you don't want to you want to be. I can't explain like he does. But it's like you want to move with your shoulder, but the way you want to square after turning. People usually throw the ball squaring, but and they it's off.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to turn and then like boom. I'm like, damn, I don't know. I learned so much from him, especially the U and the C. It's like when you throw the ball, make sure it's a C.
A C, yeah,
and not a U.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, wow.
Because like Jimmy Fallon was throwing it like that, like this, and then it was like kind of wobbly. Like when you throw a C, you kind of have more grip, and then you also throw a perfect like thrown ball.
He's
and
like,
then, I think he also said like you throw the ball down because like essentially you throw it, but if it's close enough, you throw it towards like the down area versus like trying to throw and lob it in the air. I mean, he's a good teacher, dude. I think he's a better teacher than he is an owner and announcer. I mean, that's why he's a GOAT. So he obviously knows a lot of things. But
he's like a Kobe, man. You learn so much about the
fundamentals that he
life, fundamentals, what he does. Like so much. Kobe has great knowledge, and he's becoming like a Kobe, in that case. Like even during telecasts, when he was commentating, like he gave so many good pointers about plays and what people are doing.
Yeah, I remember he even did the one where like I think throwing the football, like try to minimize the space you have between here,
exactly,
right? All that kind of stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. And so, which is great.
He's a good teacher, man. He's a really good teacher.
Yeah, dude. But I saw him play the flag football, bro. He can still, if he played right now, I think he can still perform top 10 level QB out now.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he's still got it, dude. Like he's still intelligent enough that I think just that can get him through in the top 10 for sure. But I think he'd be like LeBron, like, all right, maybe in the third quarter I sit out for a little bit because I'm getting my old ass getting tired for a little bit, let me sit down.
Yeah. So, but yeah, man, that's all I wanted to say.
All right. Well, we're gonna end it there. We got again opening night tomorrow for baseball. We got NBA playoffs right around the corner. A lot of stuff happening in the NFL.
Yep.
As always, you can catch us here every single Monday, Tuesday, whenever we post. Till then, Brown Balls, we are out.